Hi, I'm James Schillinglaw for Insider Travel Report. I'm here in New York Harbor, right on the West Side Pier. It's a great location, beautiful evening. I'm here with Russell Galbut, who is now with Crescent Seas. And this is one of the first luxury residential projects that just started. I met Russell back down in Sea Trade. And here we are on what will be, or already is, his ship, which is the Insignia. It's currently being run by Oceania, but they're going to have a number of ships coming in. And we're going to talk to Russell all about that, what Crescent Seas is, and also how you, as travel advisors, can take advantage of this, even though it's really a buying, essentially real estate aboard a ship. And we're going to find out about all that and more on Insider Travel Reports.
We're creating a new concept of a residence at sea. And what's really amazing is that the Earth's surfaces are 71% water, only 29% land, yet millions of condominiums, residences, and sky sell every year in gateway cities like New York City, but yet there's only one residence at sea.
Yeah, there's only one that is successful for how many years now?
25 years.
And nothing ever followed it until I think this year, and then a bunch of companies came in. All have different models. Some have already disappeared. Only a few are left, and you are one of the ones that really has gotten through this. And you started it just how long ago?
Really, just 3 months ago. And
wow.
But it took many years in the planning. In fact, it took really with our family starting sailing 40 years ago,
right?
And then really becoming part of the industry some 26 years ago, and then making an investment in a small cruise company called Oceania 23 and a half.
That's the small company, which is ironic. Here we are on an Oceania ship.
Absolutely.
Now, what is your background? Because you really you're a very successful real estate developer in major cities around the country, right?
That's correct. I started my first condominium 50 years ago in Miami Beach at 1612 Jefferson Avenue. And in those days, it took 7 pages and 3 days to get a permit approved. Today, that same plan takes 700 pages and over a year to get approved.
Wow.
But the real estate industry has changed. But over those 50 years, we have built some of the most iconic homes in the sky in gateway cities all over America, whether it be Los Angeles, New York City, Atlanta, San Diego, San Francisco, Seattle. That's been our main business. But along the same time is that I've had a love of the sea that came about from my father, who was a naval captain who spent 32 years in the Naval Reserve. And as a child, I came up here when the Intrepid came here, and I think I was either here on this first.
Which is so there are 2 more piers now. It's the Intrepid. I love the Intrepid.
Can you imagine? I mean, it's just so funny how history repeats itself. But there is nothing like the love of the sea and the opportunity to have residence at sea. And the reason for it is that this is an incredible skyline, but you have the opportunity to have many incredible skylines. And the main difference,
every major port in the world.
Every major port in the world. The world was started by sea, not by airplane, but by sea. So the great historic communities of the world are all fictional by sea. And not only that, to discover the world is something so special. And so it's really a unique opportunity and something that we're very proud to participate in.
Well, and so you started, but you have a background in cruising. Not only did you invest in the parent company Prestige of Oceania, you ended up being on the board of the company that purchased it, NCLH, Norwegian Cruise Line, and you were chairman at least of that. So you got some already bona fide cruise credentials. Right?
Absolutely, 23 and a half years on that board or its predecessor boards. The last 6.5 of which I was chairman, and it was really a pleasure because they have some of the finest board members any S&P 500 company could ever have. And the leadership that was there was second to none. So, it's one of my favorite things that I've done in life and favorite camaraderie that was there.
So you had to get back into it, right?
I had to get back into it. And the truth is the cruise industry has changed substantially because when I started, there was less than 100 cruise ships. And today there's almost 400. Absolutely. And they all, one thing that's in common is they all run 95%. So what does that mean to you? It means that the world is discovering cruising. The world is discovering that that's the way to travel. That's the way to discover new ports and new places of interest. And it's something very special. What distinguishes us now, having a residence, is true ownership of your residence. And more importantly is that when we go to a port, we stay there 2 and 3 and 4 nights, so that when you actually come to a city like New York, you can discover that city at night.
Which is essential if you're going to come to New York. Now, how many ships do you have now, or how are you getting in the fleet? And you got more to come, right?
We got more to come. So we have 2. The Navigator from the Regent Seven Seas brand. You know, it's really an incredible brand, and it's really maintained and beautified, and we're going to make it even better. And then we have the Insignia coming.
Which is this one right here.
The Insignia, yes, it's this one right here, which comes to us in December of 27.
Okay.
Which comes to us in December of 27. We're just starting on the plans for the renovation of this ship, which will be going in 27. So we're really excited about it. It's a special ship, and it's one that I and my entire family cruised on some 17 years ago. So it's got
It's coming back. It's
coming back.
And of course, you also announced plans you're going to maybe build a ship.
Yes, we are. We're working diligently with 2 different major yards to be able to create a ship that'll come in 32. So we're really excited about how that is looking and how that's coming along.
Well, now, where will these ships go? I mean, pretty much all over, right?
Right, they'll transverse the world. The first ship, the Navigator, is a double hull ship, so it will go north and south and transverse the Earth, and it'll spend a lot of time in those places that are favorite places, like the Caribbean, like the Baltic, like the Mediterranean. So we'll spend a lot of time in those places that people want to spend time.
Of course. So have you already surveyed where people want to go?
Yes, we have. We're very fortunate because, like this ship, the Insignia, is just coming off a 200-day world cruise. And you can see that it's emptying out. People are crying. They're leaving after 200 days. And now is going to be their opportunity for them to think about the Navigator and or coming back on the Insignia as an owner.
Yeah, well, you're essentially duplicating what you would do as when you have the ship. You're going to be going cruising for hundreds of days, and you're going to have people staying on for hundreds of days, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And the world has really changed because people, have the opportunity to work from anywhere. And I think COVID helped that. So 2 things that happened is, number 1 is our satellites got so much better. And number 2 is we have new radio technology and Starlink that gives, you can be on board the ship, in your office on board the ship. Absolutely. And it's as if you're in your office in Hong Kong, Germany, in Miami, Florida. It's the same.
Well, I won't go on a ship that doesn't have Starlink, but something about as good. So, because I have to work all the time. It's my job. I'm working. It's the same thing here. I work when I go on a cruise. Right. Now, how will this residences program work? How does one, buy into it and, and you buy essentially a large suite or a cabin?
Absolutely. You buy it outright. It is yours forever. Right. And you can stay on it year round, or if you're not, you can rent it and we will handle the customer, or we'll help you and rent it for you. If maintenance is an issue, which it should not be, because it's a very reasonable maintenance and operating expense. If you're on the ship 6 months and you're off the ship 6 months, chances are that you would have 0 maintenance. So that's the concept of it.
I wish I had 0 maintenance in my own apartment that I buy. I say sometimes I think I'm paying more in maintenance than I'm paying in the mortgage.
Exactly. That's the biggest issue.
Now, who are your customers? Who will they be? You already have some customers.
Yeah,
right?
No, we already have some customers. Well, you know what? We never presuppose a market, and we're always amazed at where markets come from. And what we found is that we have a bunch of people. The one commonality is they all want to discover the world. They all want to be part of the world. They all want to have new view corridors every day. They want to be in new cities, and they want to be able to work from the ship. Now, the other thing that happened during COVID is that the educational programs on the internet got so much better that what we find is we have a lot of families that have gone on the ship.
And get educated at sea.
And they're educating their kids at sea. So they're saying you're not only going to high school to learn about geography, but you're going to see it yourself. You're going to be able to go places close to the North Pole, South Pole, Shetland Islands, the Norwegian fjords. All of these types of things to see is just in person is something special.
That's why it's one of my dreams. I wish I could have get educated, and I'm sure you did. We could have gone around the world and learn all about things and actually experience it.
Absolutely.
Now, one of the things we obviously go out to 125,000 travel advisors. And I would say, why are we doing this story? I mean, it seems they're going to be buying into the residences, but the fact is that travel advisors can work with you and make money, right?
That's true. The travel advisors are really working to make a living, to do well in their lives, okay? And we recognize them as our sales agents.
Right.
So they can make a full agency fee on the sale of a residence.
Which can be substantial.
Substantial. It's much more than what they get paid for a travel agent arrangement, okay? So they can make real money. And not only that, they keep a client. It's not like they lose a client, because that client, the vast majority of clients stay on board 6 months a year. They get on and get off whenever they want to. Maybe there's a port that they've been to 4 times, so they don't want to be there a 5th time.
Like all the clients won't be going, just totally living at sea. A few times they'll come to land. Right?
Exactly. And those are the clients that will come back to them to say, hey, rent my cabin.
Well, that's it. That's the other part of it, is once they are not using it, the travel advisor can actually rent it out and get a commission.
Absolutely.
So you see, there's a good play here, and I know you're looking to join certain luxury travel consortiums, things like that. They'll be very interested to see how you proceeded. Right. And you were at Seatrade earlier this year talking, and that's the first time I went to ask you that question, and you answered it in the right way. Right. So there you go. Right. So, all right, the last question I have is, there have been obviously a number of residential cruise projects started in the last few years. Why is this going to be tested? Why is yours going to succeed where most of the others have failed, except in the world? Right. And there's another one that's out there. I don't know what state it is it's operating, but it's not the same level as we are.
No, actually, none of them are. And there's a logical reason why. It's all about partnerships in today's world. All about partnerships. And we have a commitment of destination status from NCL, who will operate our ships.
Well, that's the thing, is they're going to operate it.
Exactly.
And so you have that relationship already, right?
Exactly. We have that relationship. And we also have a wonderful relationship with the Apollo Group, who is going to elevate the culinary on board our ship to a level unseen before.
Which is what these particular ships are famous for. It includes the Oceania ship, is well known in region as well.
Absolutely.
So you have that. And you also have the background. You oversaw the whole thing as chairman.
Absolutely. And that's why we're so excited about this.
I think you got a good shot.
I hope so. and so far, it's proving that we have a good shot. We're doing great in sales, and we're well on our target. And it's really because of the partnerships and the friends that we have within the consortiums and the travel agencies that are out there. Well, we really appreciate them.
We're here. You're having a reception, actually, and many travel advisors are here representing major groups. And he said, why would you invite them? Because you want to get them to...
We want them to benefit from what we're doing, okay? Financially and personally, we want them to be part of what we're doing. We're inviting those travel advisors to be part of our family. And that's really what it's all about.
Absolutely. Now, where can travel advisors go to learn more about Crescent Seas?
It's www.crescentseas.com. Amazing. They learn about everything at www.crescentseas.com.
Well, Russell, I want to thank you. We dragged you away from your little reception, which was a really great reception here on Insignia. We're here in a beautiful evening in New York City. What could be better than this?
Nothing. This is the best.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Hope to see you soon and see as you progress in the next few years. We'll be talking, all right?
I'm sure of it. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Look forward to it.
I am James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.